But I'm gonna wait for people to get on. I'll answer your question about reading tape. Where the fuck do people always... I hear that question all the fucking time. I hear it all the time. Reading tape. Who the fuck came up with this fucking word, reading tape? It's as if it's English. You can fucking learn to read this shit. No, motherfucker. It's Chinese calligraphy hieroglyphics from Mars. There's no such thing as reading tape. People think that you can read tape and figure out what the fuck is going on. You know what, man? I'm going to equate reading tape to Chinese calligraphy hieroglyphics from Mars, okay? What's going to happen is this. You're going to think you're able to read that shit, but actually there's certain times that you can, but it's all based upon this, dude. You're not going to sit there and stare at the fucking level 2 and the tape all day long. That's because some guys on Twitter think that they can fucking do this shit. They're talking about some mystical unicorn shit. If you can predict and read the tape 100% accuracy, there'd be billionaires. This is one of those holy grail bullshit that I'm telling you right now. You're going to look at the hieroglyphics and go, oh, that's that motherfucking cat. There's a picture of a cat. The cat is fucking telling you to do this. Oh, it worked. Because you know why? 50-50. It either goes up or it goes down. Either you're reading the tape and the stock goes up or down, and then so 50% of the time you're like, oh, see, I read the fucking tape. I read the tape. It did exactly what it did. But it's not reliable. That's the point. So this is how you read tape, okay? I'm gonna fucking end this discussion now and dispel all these motherfuckers on Twitter. Reading tape. You cannot sit there and stare at the fucking tape and know what's going on. It all starts with a chart, okay? Because you have 8 hours in a day. You're not going to stare at level 2 all day. What you do is I call it the areas of interest. The areas of interest goes around the lines. Because how can you just stare at tape all day and know what the hell is going on? You need the big picture. The big picture is going to be the chart, okay? You start with the chart, and then when it comes to your areas of interest, then you look at the level 2. The level 2 includes price and offers and also prints. And so when they say read the tape, they're talking about using level 2 and the prints to determine whether or not someone is diluting, selling a big block, and hiding positions, okay? Because when you start trading, dude, a guy on Robinhood wants to sell 5,000 shares. He's going to put out 5,000 shares. It's going to show 5,000 shares on the offer, 5,000 shares. A professional using a direct access broker like myself is going to hide shares, put maybe 1,000 shares out there, and is selling 20,000 shares behind the scene. And so what happens, you see ARCA sitting there refreshing over and over and over. You're like, what the fuck? I'm hitting this motherfucker for 1,000 shares. He won't go away. Okay, now imagine like an algo trying to do this, trying to sell 100,000 shares or 1,000,000 shares at that fucking price. And so that's what they mean by reading the tape. Okay? There are certain circumstances that you can read the tape to figure out what's going on. But it's not really reading the fucking tape. It's just logic, common logic. Once you start trading, you know what's going on. And we teach all this shit, but it's not like you're going to take a class on fucking, oh, I deciphered the fucking NASDAQ by figuring out and buying this course on reading the tape. No fucking, you can barely learn to speak English, motherfucker. You know, first learn to be grammatically correct. You know, so that's reading the tape, guys. Reading the tape is figuring out, you know, looking at the prints and trying to figure out what's going on. But if you misread it, it's like Chinese. It's like the dumbass guys getting Chinese tattoos on their arm. And it's oh, I got a tattoo of peace and love. No, bitch. You got a tattoo of a fucking, a barbecue. I love barbecue. Remember that chick? There was a chick that got a tattoo on her fucking, like, hand or some shit. And she thought it was something else, but it turned out to be, like, barbecue. It's the dumbest thing. I see people getting tattoos of Chinese characters. I don't even know what the hell the Chinese characters mean. I think it was a Japanese character, actually. Anyways, so did that answer your question, guys, about reading the tape? I hate it, but I say, please teach me to read the tape. I'm gonna tell you something now. Before you can even read, you have to learn the alphabet. Okay? Oops. Before you read, you have to learn the alphabet. So if you can't even know ABCs of trading, how can I even teach you how to put sentences together to read? So I keep telling people this. The more you learn, the less you know. And the more questions like this, you're going to realize it's dumb. In the beginning, it's not really dumb because you don't know any better. But before you even read the tape, you have to learn your alphabet, guys. So write that down. This is a very good analogy right now, right? You don't even know how to trade right. You don't know technical analysis. You don't know about the lines. You don't know about support resistance. You don't know about all this stuff. And you're trying to read? It's like, what are you reading, dude? You see what I'm saying? So it's all encompassing. So when people talk about reading the tape, they know the ABCs, the foundations first. They understand that this is either a support or resistance. It's going to come up to a magic line. And why is that price keep like hovering around that magic line? And that magic line we call the lines is a support or resistance. And at that certain point, someone's either buying or selling a shitload of shares. If someone's selling, it's a rejection. It becomes a resistance. If they're buying, it's a support. And so when they talk about reading the tape, they go, oh, okay, I see this guy hiding shares, he's selling shares, or this guy's buying shares. So if you see a bid, a small bid, but it keeps fucking refreshing, that's what they mean by reading the tape. You know, back in the day, there used to be people that, Ariana Grande. It's like, dude, she had a Japanese tattoo of barbecue or something on her. Is that her hand or arm or something? So what happens is this, man. But it all revolves around the ABCs, which is the technical analysis. You don't need to read the tape. The tape just kind of confirms what you already thinking in your head based around the lines. But I don't like reading this tape talk because people think that if I took a class on reading the tape, that I can basically now figure out the stock market. I know the buyers and the sellers. You really fucking know? I can manipulate the tape all you want, and I'm going to tell you what you want to see. I've proven it to people so many times. I can put up fake offers, fake bids, refreshing things. I have multiple routes. I can put up more routes that you can't hit. Different ECNs. You know, I am actually creating for you the sentences that you're reading. I can fucking inject the sentences that you're reading so that you think you're reading that someone's buying, but someone's really selling. Such as putting 100,000 bid on the offer. You think I'm buying? Anybody that puts 100 bid on the offer, they usually don't want people to sell. They're putting out that to let people know that, dude, don't sell. It's a bluff. But you know what? Sometimes it's not a bluff. Sometimes it's real, and they wrap that shit up because what they want to do is they want to induce buying. If you put 100,000 shares on the bid, they want to induce buying. They want to make it seem like someone is buying this thing so that other people fall for it, that other people read the tape. I read the tape. This guy is buying. No, dumbass. If he's buying, he would be hiding the shares most of the time. The reason he's doing that is to pump it up so that he can sell. Most oftentimes he's selling on the offer. And you reading the tape, you just got conned because he created the narrative. He's the guy that put the senses together for you to read the tape. And you just misread it and you just blew up your account. So, what does that mean? Doesn't mean that, you know, it's another data point that may or may not be right. Because at the end of the day, you have no clue what they're doing. They put $100,000 bid on. They could be selling on the offer, but most of the time they are selling. Why would you think about it logically? If they wanted to buy 100,000 shares, I would be hiding shares. I wouldn't tell the world I am buying 100,000 shares. Who the hell would sell to you? They would go over you by a penny and use you as a backstop. I would be buying over that guy. You see what I'm saying? But he's smart. He puts that to induce other guys who are reading the tape to do his dirty work, to push that thing up, and he's selling all the way up. He's pumping it up to sell. So usually when you see that, it's the end game, and that's what happened on BKYI, I think. BKYI on Friday. I saw like 50, 100,000 shares, 80,000 shares. So they're selling all the way. They're just trying to induce you to buy from them. Because you think about it logically, if you're trying to sell something, why are you telling people that I have 100,000 shares behind this thing? No, you're going to try to pretend that it's weak. So if you want to buy something, you're going to put 100,000 shares on the offer to induce selling. Okay, so that is, I didn't want to get into stocks today, guys, seriously. That's why I did it from the Modern Walk account. Today I was just going to walk around and just talk to you about shit, but I hate this topic of reading the tape bullshit. Seriously, man, I hate it. because people come and ask me as if it's a holy grail, that if they figure out how to read the tape, that they can be the best trader in the world, when they don't even know their alphabet. First, know your ABCs before you can put a sentence together, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm going to leave with that. Any other questions? we jumped off right away, right? But yeah, dude, fucking Instagram. I don't know what the hell's going on. But this is the world we're living in now. It's super hypersensitive. You know, I needed to get out of the damn house. And the quarantine is going to make things worse for everybody, because all it does is keep people inside, paranoid and all that stuff. So it's okay to get out, guys. The virus is not just flying around the air. Just avoid other people. You need vitamin D, which comes from the sun. And so sometimes, you know, that the depression that people get when they're indoors all day is from the lack of vitamin D. Vitamin D actually makes you happy. That's, you know, creates a chemical process in your body to create vitamin D, the sun. You can look that up. It's legit. Whew. Okay, Warrior Trading pre-market break pattern, solid power. Are you pumping Warrior Trading? Risk off, Jack with nobody can execute it though. I have no idea what, dude. All these guys fucking patterns and shit. I don't want to talk about other people. It's pretty obvious. I mean, if people can trade, guys, they wouldn't be pumping their position. They wouldn't be trying to do gimmicks like hiding their P&L. I hate that shit, dude. I hate these. Oh, I wasn't doing very good, so I'm going to try this new gimmick. Why don't you try before you start teaching people this shit? Why are you having people learn? Before they were talking about hotkeys. You don't hear about hotkeys no more. Because I fucking bashed the shit out of that hotkey bullshit. So now they're doing it, hiding the P&L. People are still doing the reading the tape. You barely hear him talk about moving averages anymore. Remember, he used to talk about EMAs, all these fucking 50-day, 69-day, fucking 88-day, 1 day EMAs. Just, you know, if you want to talk about trading, just keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple, stupid. Learn your ABCs first. So that's why immigrants, foreigners, are very good at grammar when they move to a new country, because they're sitting there learning proper grammar. They may not speak it with the right accent, because it's very hard, man. If you don't born here, the accent is the most difficult part. But they are very good at grammar because they're taught the ABCs. My grammar is actually very on point because I'm a foreigner. I came when I was a little kid, and so I didn't grow up learning slang on the streets. So I learned it proper, like formal English. Same thing with trading. If you've been trading for 10 years and doing it the incorrect way, you would be just like speaking slang on the streets. These guys that are grown up in America all their life, they learn from the streets, their friends, TV. And that may not be the proper way to formally speak English, right? It's all slang. And so the same thing with trading, guys. So the guys are very successful. The guys that actually come in with very little knowledge because they learn the proper ABCs before they can conjugate a sentence, right? Whereas we're like talking slang, doing abbreviations, run-on sentences, things like that. No punctuation. And people can't even conjugate correctly you are, there, or there, many different forms of there and your, possession, possessive, or a verb, you are, or your as in your possession, So it's good. So to learn something, actually, you have to break and unlearn a lot of bullshit that is incorrect, such as reading the tape. Reading the tape should not be your focus. Your focus should be learning technical analysis to understand how a stock moves. And then later on, you can add all these little intricacies, which is very situational. You don't just, I don't even look at the tape a lot of the times, guys. I'm using my chart. I put on my fancy order, I turn around, oh shit, it executed. When it executes, then I look at the tape and see what's going on. But I don't really look at the prints. The prints are going too fast. I'll tell you the secret. I'll tell you the secret to the tape reading. The secret to tape reading is I'm not looking at the numbers that are printed, the time it sells. What I'm looking at is actually the the rate at which the time and cells is being printed, and the color buys or sells. And so that's ingrained in my head. I don't care about the price. The price could be anything, right? Because there's so many different price variations. I'm looking at the speed. So I'll give you the secret since you guys came on Sunday. The secret to determine how you know a stock is about to turn. So you have a stock that's parabolic, boom, 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 or a stock that's tanking, boom, 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 boom. How do you determine when it's going to turn? And this is what I'm very good at: top ticking, bottom ticking. And I'll tell you the secret. It is reading the tape, but it's not reading it the tape in the way that you're thinking is reading the tape. I'm looking at the rate at which they're printing it, which is basically, it's like, I keep talking about this all the time. It's physics. When you're driving a car and you want to do a U-turn, I'm driving a car very fast, I'm accelerating, boom, 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 boom. And then when I make a U-turn, I have to slow down. I can't just fucking make an instantaneous turn. Same thing with a stock. Same thing with throwing a ball up in the air. Imagine a stock is like a ball thrown up in the air. It goes up, it slows down, and the velocity is actually 0 at the top. At some point, the ball is going to hang and do nothing. Okay, guys, I'm a math and science guy. I'm an engineer, so you know I equate it to like calculus, you know, velocity of v squared, a squared, shit like that. So so the way you do it is you look at the rate at which they're printing it. So a parabolic, if you take a look at the parabolic, the prints are going crazy, boom, 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 because people are buying something, boom, 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 boom. The moment the print starts to slow down, that is your inflection point. That is your apex. That is your that is when your acceleration goes down to 0. Okay? That is when the stock is about to do something different. It is slowing down. So I'm not looking at the prints. People even looking at the prints. So what I do is this. I use the lines to figure out the areas of interest. Okay? I can't just stare at the tape like this all day fucking long. 8 hours. What the fuck is it doing? I wait for my regions, my lines, my areas of interest, I call it. And then during that time, the stock should slow down. The prints go, it starts to slow down. The moment it slows down, that is the turn, guys. That's how I'm able to top tick, bottom tick, all this shit. And we won't share this because it's Sunday, but but does that make sense? I mean, that's pretty much the secret, guys. That is the secret of reading tape. Okay? It's like when you get in a fight with your girlfriend or whatever. She's texting you, boom, 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 you asshole, you bitch, we did all this shit, boom, boom, boom. And then when it slows down, she's calm, then you can reply back to her. That is reading the tape. Reading the text, right? That is reading the tape, guys. The same thing. When you're pissed off, and I'm sitting there waiting, okay, when it slows down, then I'm going to reply. That's why I know that it's about to turn. She's calmed down. She's chill. That is reading the tape, guys. Yep, it's all physics, but it makes sense. That's okay. Any other questions? I don't even know whether I fucking now. I'm just mad that Instagram like blocked me. You guys have any other questions? I'm just trying to exercise, get out here. Will for Tuesday. Hey, Troy, I already said, join MIC. People see me trade live all day long in MIC. I don't know how to go live on this thing, dude. What do you want me to do? Yeah, I don't know. IG said temporary. I posted it, so I have no idea, man. They won't let me go live for a while. I have no idea why. I don't know what I did. Maybe I posted too many memes. Who the hell knows, dude? These algos. Someone must have reported me. You know, I have a lot of haters. I don't know why, but I guess I know why. I guess I'm too real. I just fucking tell like it is, and people don't like hearing the truth, dude. You know, they're like, why are you fucking this shit up, man? Okay, Tom is yeah, I'm gonna bring Troy on. Hey, brother. Oh shit, I can't bring you on, Troy. The guy that asked me to go live. Yeah. How about this? I'm gonna go live with Sybil. I don't think I've brought her on. Yeah, man. When they report one of my memes, I think I posted like dip lows podcast where the girl was on a pole, but it wasn't on it. Dude, they're Instagram models out there posting their ass every day. Kim Kardashian shows more fucking cleavage than fucking most pornos, and she's fine. And then I post a picture of a guy on top of a girl with a laptop, and someone reported that as I've seen. I posted some videos with music, and they don't like that, dude. Instagram does not like the fact that there's any music on it. So they have these copyright things now. If you have music in the background for more than 15 seconds or whatever, they're gonna flag you. And so, who the hell knows? I'm saving you for Tuesday, Will. No, your mama jokes, please. They're gonna ban me for reals. Mask? If I can only get my hands on some mask. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, dude. I mean, not everybody's gonna like anybody in life. Seriously, I mean that's the honest truth. I mean, I'm not here to get everybody to love me. I mean, I'm just here to be me, and whoever likes it, right? This is normal. Social media is fucking weird. Social media, everyone, you get 1,000 guys liking you, and one hater that hates you, and these guys go crazy. Why don't you love me, dude? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, so when things are anonymous, this is the problem. When things are anonymous, people go crazy, guys. It's like, if you know that you can get away with whatever the fuck you want because it's anonymous, you're gonna do some crazy shit just for fun. Because your life sucks, or you're bored, where the hell it is. And so that's all I see, right? I see these guys just making these dumbass comments because they're looking for attention, whatever. So, but you know what, man? When I started this, I had no followers. I had nothing. You just try to be yourself and just fucking, you know, I never created this thing to be a popularity contest. I actually avoided the spotlight. You know, I don't do interviews. I don't do that shit. You don't see me going around blasting a fucking cars and shit. Okay, let me try to bring someone just for fun, walking around. Raise your hand if you want to be on, man. Goose was on last time. What do you guys want to know about, man? I don't know everything, but the things I do know, I do a lot of research on it. Let me see, who else is on? Who's going? James, you want to go on? We got someone to go on. We, ask away, guys. That's whatever you guys want. I try to bring some people on. I guess it's too early. They're probably still naked in bed. Do you trade pre-market? I trade pre-market. I do not trade after hours, though. I trade when it goes to my areas of interest and the chart's defined. So it doesn't matter when it is. If there's enough volume to create the chart for me pre-market, I will trade pre-market. If there's not enough volume to trade the chart. So this is what chart reading is. So when people say tape reading, forget that, dude. You want to learn chart reading? Chart reading is like reading a roadmap. Imagine if someone never discovered America, and so one guy goes to America and draws a map. How trusting of that map do you think it is? But if 1,000,000 guys draws the map, whoa, there's something to it. Same thing with chart reading, technical analysis. Okay, you have a lot of volume points, a lot of volume. It's like 1,000,000 guys trying to draw a map of the United States for the first time. And so you have only a handful of guys drawing the map. You cannot trust that map. Same thing with volume. That's why volume is very important to determine technical analysis, to determine your guidelines, and that's where the pre-market comes in. Pre-market is I'm letting the explorers create the map for me. I'm not going to drive out to an area I do not understand unless I wait for someone to draw the map for me. And that's technical analysis. The technical analysis for the millions of prints to determine the map. So you map that stock out. And so I'm going to use that map as a guide. Doesn't mean it's 100% correct. The only thing I know is because things change during the ride. Things change. A fucking deer can run out and stop the road, and so you have to go around on the back roads, things like that, right? A car accident could happen, so you have to take the inner roads. So that's technical analysis, guys. That's why volume is very important. Volume is very important because that's the explorers that came before us, the brave motherfuckers that is out there creating the map for us. Some of them will win. Many of them will lose. Yeah, people just stop asking me if I move, where I live. It's just very personal. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't answer that on purpose. I don't want, I mean, it's, imagine getting 1,000 guys asking me where I live and stuff. It's kind of weird, right? Unless you're a hot girl, then let me know to DM me. No, I'm joking. if it's a hot girl DMing me, it's probably a fucking guy catfishing me. I know this industry well. Okay, Tom, want to get on? My man, Tom. Do I need a haircut? It's been like,
Hey,
hey,
what's
brother.
up, Val?
Dude, what's up? What you doing?
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
It's been a while,
Absolutely
man.
nothing. Just sitting here, man. It's like
What
so
time is
bored.
it? What time is it? And where are you at right now?
What time is it? Let me see. It's like 6 p.m. here.
Where are you at? Czech Republic?
Yeah, Prague, Czech Republic.
Dude,
Man, I need a haircut, bro. I mean, fucked up, man. It's like I need James to come over to cut my hair.
dude, I've been meaning to have a fucking meetup at James's barbershop. Seriously,
No, yeah.
I need an MIC haircut. MIC is gonna sponsor free haircuts for everybody. Well, so I'm telling
Yeah.
you, man, James is over near Boston. So when this lockdown is over, we are traveling, man. We're gonna do it over at James Barbershop, and so we'll do a
Yeah,
virtual.
that would be great. Yeah, he promised to visit, man, but I said to him, like, probably not this year, next year, bro.
Czech is so how is the Czech Republic right now during lockdown? Tell me what the state of affairs are over there. How's the vibe?
Bro, they're shutting down the whole country.
The whole country.
Like
Holy shit.
as it right now until like April 11th. But
How many people live in Czech?
I think around 10 million.
10 million. That's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like
now it's like almost 3,000 got infected. So
oh, that's a big population percentage.
yeah, that's pretty bad, bro. I mean, basically, I have to wear a mask even in the car, everywhere.
In
It's
a
like,
car? Oh, they made a law?
yeah, they made a law. Outside your home, you have to wear it. Doesn't matter.
You know what the crazy thing is? You guys can still buy masks in America. I can't even find a fucking single mask.
Yeah, yeah. Here we don't have it as well, and so we have to kind of buy it from China.
But the fact that you can still buy it over here, you can't even buy a mask, man. That's the crazy thing.
No,
There's
it's
no
like
testing, nothing.
I think the government took a deal with them, and they bought some last week. Yeah.
Oh, so you're buying from the government?
Yeah. So
see, that's what America needs, dude. People go, "Bow, wear a mask." Oh, okay, someone send me a mask. Send me a
but
N95
it's
mask.
pretty bad shit, bro. I mean, look at this. I mean, no one, absolutely no one outside.
Wow.
Fucking dead. It's like every day.
Oh man, you know what? I love seeing other countries. So this is a great way. We don't really do this much, but next time, what we should do is like maybe once a week we should do. Members are around the world. It'd be nice to like walk around and show the world, show everybody what your country looks like. This is awesome. Put that picture outside your place again. Czech Republic. Because Americans don't have no clue. They don't even know where the check is. They think the check is at the bank. When you hear check, it's at the bank. But
yeah, it's just like the backs. I live in an apartment, so
No, it's
next
nice.
time if you want, I could go outside and walk around so you can actually see it. That's
because Americans are very dumb. Seriously, I'm an American. We're very dumb because they never leave the country. They think every other country is a third world country. So they think Czech Republic. They're looking at World War II and they're like, damn, that's pretty bad over there. But then when I see buildings, I'm like, dude, that looks like America.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I used to live in California, right? And they asked me where you're from, and I said, Czech Republic. And what the fuck is that? And I said, no, close to Germany.
So they go, are you a Nazi? That's the first thing.
And then okay, Germany, I know that. Yeah, I know that country. What?
Yeah, that's American culture, man. So, this is
Yeah,
why I like to go out and show people this. So you're it's awesome. You're all the way in Czech Republic, halfway around the country from us. I mean, world from
yeah,
us, right? So, that's freaking awesome. So
yeah.
that's good, man. Next time I'm gonna bring people around the world and they can show where they live.
Yeah,
It's
that would be
awesome.
nice, bro.
So all they see is this thing, and this is not a real representation of America either. I wanna get a screenshot of like the whole real America.
Yeah.
So how's things going, man?
Oh yeah.
You
Bro,
waiting
I
for the
mean,
market to open?
bro, I'm literally. I mean, I had like, I don't know what to do like today. Like waking up, right? And I said, all right, the market is closed now. I'm fucking stuck at home. What should I do? So I went up and all right, let me do something useful here. Let me make a video for a member, right? So, that's what I did. And after that, it's like just watching all the videos and from you guys and just like helping members. That's all.
Yeah, man. We are blessed to be able to work from home, and for
Yeah.
us, it's very sad because it's actually better for us, right? The market's more
I
volatile.
mean,
There's more things to trade. We are
it's
making more
crazy,
money.
bro. I mean, all my friends, they got laid off. They don't have a job right now, and they're calling me and they said, what the fuck I'm gonna do now, right? I have my bills due, and what should I do now? I said, there's really not much you can do, bro. Just sit tight. I mean, and I look back at myself, right? Oh man, I'm so fucking grateful for this job. And just imagine when I started, right? I drove an Uber, If it was that time, you're fucking dead by now, bro. I mean, I have absolutely no income, trading wouldn't be for me at all.
So
I
this is the
mean,
thing
it's
people
just
don't
timing,
understand.
yeah.
It's you know what, man? People always try to prepare when shit hits the fan, but preparation is planning beforehand.
Yeah.
So you did a great thing when you didn't need to learn to trade back then. You wanted to trade to be better. But now looking back, that is what saved all our lives, being able to work at home. We look
Bro,
back
yeah.
and like, holy crap. Like imagine all these people now they're trying to learn to trade. It's like you should have been doing this thing like months ago, right? Preparing or like
Yeah, or like
stockpiling.
years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, and trading is hard. I mean, it takes years, maybe decade even. It's not something that you can do like, in few months. It's like I'm just so blessed that my timing was so right, and also
Yeah.
my kind of my life is like it's pretty fucked. After that, I got a sack, from that job, and then it pushed
Oh yeah,
me
yeah.
to to work harder, and what else is there for me left for me, right? Only trading. So it's kind of I'm kind of grateful, for that. Because if I would have, had gotten, the job like I used to have, I wouldn't mind trading. I didn't, even, but
Yep. Everything happens for a reason, man. I
you
remember
know,
that. I remember you said,
yep.
your job and so and then hey, how's your business? What
Oh,
happened to that
bro,
thing, man?
yeah, I got a side business, and my goods now is stuck in the warehouse, and that's what I've been telling you, and I don't know, bro. I don't know
Is
what
it
to
still
do.
stuck?
Yeah, because no one is like interested in buying anything, especially those, I don't know, like
Luxury
gyms
items, right?
and so on.
Luxury
Yeah,
item. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
I
I
mean,
think I'm gonna have to wait, or maybe it's like cut my loss, or like sell it
so
for
so
them
I
really
have to tell
cheap.
you, man, this is the second step in your life, meaning like this. You were doing well, everything's going good. And so you got greedy actually, right? You ordered like hundreds of thousands of dollars of stuff. That's pure greed, bro. Right? That's pure
No,
greed.
bro, it's not about greed. That product was good, and and
It's greed. Where's your stop loss? Where's your stop loss?
I was thinking for some like steady income, every month, and but oh man, it's not stupid, but there's no way that you could have known that, right? I mean,
But
there's
this
no
is the thing
way.
I keep trying to teach people. There's no
Yeah,
way that people will know anything. One day we wake up, we get sick. We can't
yeah,
work anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we always have to plan for the worst case. So when I talk about greed, greed comes in the form of, you know what, man? You put what I always look at this. If I'm in a stock, can it go to zero? Can it go to infinity? Can I lose all my money? So I always look at the worst case possible. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
for
I don't say, oh, this is a black swan. You know, in our industry, black swans happen once a week. Once a week, there's some crazy shit that happens, and life happens like this. So I'm going to tell you something good, man. This is a positive side for you, Tom, because you are able now to, you know, it sucks. It's a shitload of money, but you're able to absorb that. Thank God. It hurts like hell. But
yeah,
you imagine if things were going good like this, and now you go, shit, man, why am I just buying $100,000-$200,000 of this product when I'm making steady income? Why don't I put $1 million in now?
yeah,
Go to the
exactly.
bank, you get greedy. You go to the bank, you take a loan out because you're like, this is guaranteed money, and then
Yeah.
you leverage yourself, and now you're in $1 million, and now coronavirus 2 hits, right?
Yeah, it's just so. I mean,
So,
it's
so I
like,
keep telling people this all the time, man. You always have to, in business and stuff, you always have to think of the worst case scenario. You know,
yeah,
you're blessed that you did not over leverage yourself. You probably bought this in cash. You
yeah.
didn't take a loan out.
No, no, no. It was my training money basically. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I got
So
saved
that's what I'm saying.
some. You know,
Yeah.
I gave my wife some, and that was like my side kind of money, and that's what I've been doing, right? Every week, you know, or so, like every month, I took money out,
Yeah,
and
man, that's
that's
good.
what I've been saving. You know, just in case I got blew up or like, you know, some fucking telephone candle got me.
I
But
know,
you
man.
know, yeah,
So sometimes it's like, in my opinion, Tom, I always tell people this right now when they're stuck in it, they don't think it was a good situation. But you imagine, man, if your business went
yeah,
good and then you decide to take out a loan and over leverage and all that, you could be wiped out.
exactly. I mean,
So
you know, I'm still grateful and I'm still blessed that it was like, you know, just my side money, and I still have my, you know, trading as my main, you know, job,
uh,
right? So, you know, I'm still grateful for that.
learn,
But
man. I've lost a
you are
lot of money too.
yeah, but you are
Everything.
100% right, bro. I mean, even in trading, that's why we have, you know, hard stops and max daily, right? Daily
Hmm.
loss, just, you know, to save you from being fucking stuck
And
there.
this is why I keep an account at a certain level. Seriously, even with a max daily loss, you know how you can. There's ways to defeat that. You call your broker
Yeah,
and change it.
yeah, you take it off. Yeah, yeah, that's what I did. That's
See, so we as human beings fuck up. Greed fucks us up, and so it's
yeah,
like. So we have to put a fence around. That's why I'm like, dude, I don't want to leave. Like, when I was young, man, I had like $4 million in the trading account, trading crazy, making fucking, you know. But I'm thinking about like, dude, we now have a family. You know, we're too old to start over. So,
yeah.
you know, I'm you know, so I always have this one word. It goes, you only need to get rich once, and when you get there, protect yourself,
I love that quote, bro. I love that
right?
quote. Yeah,
People go, I hate the people who go, oh yeah, I was broke 5 times. Like, why would you broke 2 times? 2 times fine, okay, you learn, but 5 times, by the third time, you should be like, okay, man, you
yeah.
know.
I mean, yes. I mean, 100% right, bro.